Drew to take the throne, but he can't be trusted.
He is still your brother.
Always gonna be your mama's boy.
So Kane is in charge now all of a sudden.
All this is now.
Please, you can't do this to me.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we'll be covering Power Book 2 Ghost, and this one is titled The Last of the Clan. Who will be the last Tejada standing? Now, in this particular video, I will be discussing a video where in my opinion, I think there will be only one remaining Tejada left at the end of this season. Most of the rest of them will be wiped out or placed in jail. So, I'm basically using the clues and stuff of what we've been getting from, the exclusive clips, and also, of course, the season description and character descriptions they helped me come up with this particular, prediction. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, as we stand right now, we can see that pretty much the Tejada family is in shambles. They're pretty messed up right now. Monet just got through finding out that her two youngest kids planned for her to die. And although, we all know that Diana did try to, stop it, unfortunately, she wasn't able to stop it because it was indeed Tasha who came and pulled the trigger on her. And then, she tried to cover up and wanted to be forgiven for it. But, it didn't play out the way she wanted it to. So, with that being said, we all know that there's now targets on both Diana and Drew's back. As you've seen in the trailer for episode 4, Kane is putting hits out on Drew. Now, we didn't hear him say anything about Diana, but he definitely is telling them, if you see Drew and you basically let him pass or whatever, it's going to be a target on your head as well. And keep in mind, now that he's Noma's number 2, he has the power to really put down some force. So, as we know in this next episode, they're going to be gunning for him. But we also know that this is Power. There's no way they're going to let either one of those big characters die next episode. So, as pretty much everyone knows, Diana is going to get a pass because she's pregnant. She's going to use that to her advantage, which she should. If anyone that's have any intelligence, they would use that. So we all know that's how Diana's going to get a pass. But what about Drew? Will he make it out? Because he now has his mother and his brother both gunning for his life. Now, we do know, based on episode 4's description, that it says that Monet is going to be given a choice to either take revenge or, revenge or forgiveness. Now, clearly, if you've really been paying attention to what's going on, you know that she's going to decide to forgive both of them. And I think it's going to be kind of this grace and mercy towards Diana that's going to make her lean towards that, right? She's going to be like, okay, there's no way I'm killing my grandbaby. So, and then I think she's going to kind of hear Diana out, hear every, detail on what happened, how did it happen, and stuff like that. Which is kind of I believe is going to kind of push it towards her leaning towards doing who the hell actually shot me if it wasn't, if your plan didn't go the way it's supposed to. But that's another, video. And I kind of already talked about that. But, after that, she's going to like I said, she's going to hear Diana out. And then I think, I'm positive she's going to forgive her daughter. And then later on, I believe she's going to call up Drew. She's going to call Kane first, of course. Because, if you've been paying attention to what's going on, Kane is really going to go after them. So the running, I already talked on this on a previous video, but this image here of Drew and Diana running. We all, in the beginning, before we got more information, a lot of us was speculating that, they was possibly running from the Russians or, whoever it is that I think may kill Diana or whatever. But, I later on figured out probably after episode 1, I believe, maybe even before episode 1, I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, I figured out it was indeed Kane that they were running from, because Kane is going to be gunning for them. But I'm pretty sure this must be in the early episodes, you know what I'm saying, on what, when this particular thing happens. So afterwards, Monet will call Kane, tell him to stand down, and he's going to make an agreement to stand down on Diana. But he's like, Drew still has to get it. And I think it's 2 reasons to why Kane feels this way, right? Kane is going to feel this way because for 2 things. 1, I believe it's because he watched, his mother killed Lorenzo out of revenge, right? Like, she killed Lorenzo because she felt like Lorenzo betrayed her. So, kind of like, just like what Kanan said in the original Power. If your friend betray you, cut him, right? So, she had that cutthroat type of energy towards Lorenzo, but now that it's coming towards Drew, she's kind of, holding back. Like like I said, he's going to understand why she's not going to want to kill Diana, because, she's carrying another innocent Tejada in her belly. So that would make sense. She gets grace and mercy due to that. But Drew, she's like, what's protecting Drew? Just because that's your son? This is the code. This is the game. That's how Kane is going to look at it. And once Monet, decides, no, I want to forgive him, I think he's going to lose a little respect for Monet after that. And then he's going to full-blown go and, really, really start getting connected to Noma. Noma's going to gain full control of Kane after that, right? So, after this particular thing happens, I believe that after this, Kane will have a conversation with Noma and tell her the situation. And Noma's a savage. Noma's gonna be like, you seen what I did to Obi? Obi was my right-hand man, and she probably had some kind of love for him. But hey, he betrayed her. So, what did Kanan say? If they betray you, cut them. Don't think twice. And I believe she's gonna give Kane that same advice. And then I don't know exactly where this particular image, but I do remember seeing there was a clip of Noma saying, I can't wait to see their bodies cold, right? I think it is very much possible that could be in this next episode, episode 4, where when Kane tells her, hey, I got this situation going on with my siblings. What do you think? And she's going to tell him to kill them. And then that's when she's going to be like, I can't wait to see their bodies cold. Which has got to be a cold-blooded mother, to be able to say something like that. Like, that is crazy. That's the man's brother and sister. Like, what kind of crazy-ass lady are we dealing with? But anyways, that's how I think they will play out. And like I said, Kane will go after them, but Monet will tell them to stand down. So Drew will, I think he's still going to go after Drew. They're going to have that blood feud between, the brothers. And I believe they're going to have a major brawl. Not a major brawl, but they're going to have they are definitely going to have a situation where they're going to, go at each other to this particular episode 4. And I believe Drew, some kind of way, is going to get you can tell by the clip, Drew's going to get the upper hand on him some kind of way. I don't know how. But just like the moment I seen this scene, if you guys are a Snowfall fan like I am as well, the moment I seen this particular clip right here, you see this image of Drew when he has the gun on Kane, and Kane is telling him, do it, right? And Drew just screamed. Come on, they clearly got that from Snowfall. Let's just be real. Because if you can remember, if you're a Snowfall fan, episode 2 of the final season, when when Franklin and Uncle Jerome was at the sit down, they was having a conversation, and pretty much it didn't lead to what Franklin was hoping to. It ended up being Jerome kind of, talking down on him, and then Franklin started talking bad to him, telling him the truth, and the kitchen got a little too hot. Uncle Jerome smacked him, right? And after he smacked him, Franklin pulled the gun on him. Like, I ain't gonna do nothing. Remember that? And then Jerome said, pull the trigger, nigga. And then Franklin just yelled, ah! And then he put his gun away. I believe this is the exact same thing. It's gonna come with Drew. He's gonna have the upper hand, but he's gonna decide not to use it. He's gonna let Kane go because at the end of the day, that's still his brother. And now they kind of even, if you can think about this, because Kane had to drop on Drew just last episode. Like, he could have fired at both him and Diana and killed them both right there. He definitely had a kind of clear shot. He was close enough that he could have definitely hit them if he would just start shooting at them. But he couldn't bear himself to do it because they were his siblings. And I think the same thing's going to go on with Drew. Drew's going to be like, okay, this is my older brother. I can't just kill him like that. So he's going to clearly make it to the next episode. Then after that, like I've been telling y'all, I still believe that things are going to start going well, but what's going to go wrong is that Carter is going to start investigating the family. It's something I'm still on the 10 toes down that whatever ends up happening to Diana, I'm not saying that I'm 100% sure or 100% feel that it's going to be Carter who shoots or kills Diana himself, but it's going to be something I believe he's going to do that's going to lead to Diana being killed. So I don't know if he's going to be distracting them some kind of way. It's something. Because keep in mind, him and Drew is going to start working together. Because after this situation with this war between him and Kane, I think he's going to team up with Carter, and Carter is going to start to show him a level of love that he's never felt and never got from Monet. Lorenzo wasn't out long enough really to give it to him, and he damn sure didn't get it from Noma. So he's gonna really, really start, he's gonna really start to do things that makes him happy with Carter, and then I think he's gonna get distracted some kind of way, and he's supposed to be doing something to protect Diana. He could have been there maybe to protect Diana, and he's not going to make it, and something's going to happen to her. That's what I see happening. Now, I can't pinpoint exactly what's going to happen, who's going to be the person behind the smoking gun or whatever, but she's going to be out of here. I told y'all. Episode 6, you can book it. She is out of here. So, with that being said, moving along, after that situation happened, of course, they're going to go out for revenge, and I believe that, for a moment, Kane and Drew will have a truce to, all right, we got to avenge our sister first. That's going to come first. And then after they're done, and I think when they do avenge their sister, it's going to lead to them ultimately taking out Carter. Some kind of way that is going to happen where they're going to take out Carter. Now, how exactly I think this is going to happen is another video because we're only focusing on the Tejadas. But it's going to lead to them taking out Carter. And as y'all should probably already know, this is going to be very hard for Drew because Drew is going to form a bond with Carter, right? But he's going to do it because it's for the family. He has to avenge his sister. And it is what it is. That's what's going to happen. And then I don't know exactly what's going to trigger them, but something is going to happen that is going to refuel the fire. Like it's going to, that Kane and Drew is going to come back to enemies. I don't know exactly what it is, and I believe they're going to have a massive brawl, and that's where this promo of the brothers between the battle against the brothers is coming from, where you see them fighting, and it looks like Kane has the upper hand on them. But these promos and trailers can always be very misleading. However, in my opinion, I do think, as I've already told y'all, and it's crazy, I see more and more channels now starting to say the same thing, that just like Kane did Abel in the Bible. And I said that 2 months ago. There wasn't no other channel saying it. I don't care what nobody say. I was the first one to put that out. Now they're glad saying it. But anyway, just like Kane did Abel, I believe Kane will take out his brother Drew. And I believe Monet is going to advise him once again not to do it. But keep in mind, like I told you earlier, he has lost a little bit of respect for Monet. So he's like, man, Monet, I got to follow my own path. If that, I'm going to go ahead and take Drew out. And like I told you, it's not only with the thing with Lorenzo, it's also, I believe, it's because he has a little bit of jealousy of Drew as well, because let's be real, they kind of always, if you really pay attention, Kane was like the black sheep. He was the black sheep to Lorenzo, and he was also slick the black sheep to Monet as well, because they always looked at him, calling him stupid, saying he don't know what he's doing. He always making mistakes. And like Noma was the first one to really kind of, embrace him. Well, actually Mecca was. Mecca was the first one to embrace him, then Noma. So he's going to be looking at, Noma as the one that, that's finally really acknowledging him. And then I'm just going to give y'all a little spoiler. Noma will already be gone at this point. But we're not focusing on Noma. We're focusing on the Tejadas. So, he's gonna go ahead and go through with killing Drew, and that will set off Monet. I'm pretty sure of it, because Monet is gonna be like, look, I already done lost 2 kids to this game, and I didn't want to lose a third. And I think she's gonna be so pissed that he did that Monet will go after Kane. Because keep in mind, I told you, I kind of already touched on this before in the previous video, but I believe 2 Tejadas will die, 1 will go to jail, and 1 will survive. So, after she goes out after Kane really heavy, I don't think she will be successful at taking him out, because I think Kane will be the sole survivor and the last of the Tejada tribe. So I think he will be the only one remaining at the end of this season, because in my opinion, I think Monet will go to jail. So before she maybe takes him out, she's going to get roped up maybe for the death of Carter. Let's say maybe she's the one who's behind taking him out. Or something else is going to get pinned on her, that they're going to be able, the law enforcement is going to be able to connect the dots and be able to successfully, place her in jail. So I think Monet will spend the rest of her life in prison. And Kane will survive, and make it on to a brand new spinoff. So, that is my thoughts, ugly ass niggas. Let me know. What do y'all think? Do you see this particular story playing out how I said it? Maybe you agree with some of it and some of it you don't. Let me know in the comments. What part do you see being true that you think, yeah, I like that, but this right here, I think this will go that direction. Or could you just possibly agree with me altogether? Let me know in the comments. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. But until the next video, I'm out.